Check baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check baby, 1, 2, 3. It's called the Rump Shaker.
Yeah! Rump Shaker.
Good morning. Saucy and Friends in the morning on Spark FM Online. Couldn't remember what this radio station was called at all. I was only right there, but I mean, you know,
everywhere.
Everywhere I look, it's right there. All right, so yeah, that's what I was trying to freestyle. That's what happened when you don't. I'm not trying to get the cheat code. I'm trying to go through the fire. What? Your tea's nasty?
The tea bag. First, it's really, really hot.
Tea bag.
Wow.
And then the tea bag burst. So every sip I take, there's bits and pieces that are touching my lip.
That's what she said.
Did she? Did she say that?
Ooh. I have no idea what she said. But good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. It is Thursday. And today, after the show, well, not directly after the show, but pretty much after the show, we're going to head on over to the City Hall Plaza. We're going to go over to the plaza. Because we are partaking in the Summer Dance Party series, R&B Dance Party, music by DJ Real P from 5 to 8. But the pregame is music by DJ Rockstone Triz from 3 to 5 at City Hall Plaza. Bung. Spark FM is outside on City Hall. We're going to be out there having a good time, doing what we do, playing music, interacting with you people. So right after you get off of work, if you're anywhere, just get on one of the MBTA lines or carpool. Mm-hmm. They still carpool, or is it ride sharing?
Yes.
Ride sharing is the app.
No.
That's what they be calling it when you get somebody to drive you.
But see, that's the same thing as carpooling. It's just evolutionized our language. Yeah, Shriver. And today is also my mommy's birthday. Big shout out to Margarita.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mommy.
Mommy.
Happy birthday
to you. Yes! All right.
It is ride sharing. Ride sharing happens when you share a ride with someone else, usually for a cheaper price than if you were to take a taxi or rent a car.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Coexisting.
I be here with the legal notes. I'm like, Sonny, what's her name on the
cohabitation.
Yes.
Quick check-in. We got a great interview today. We'll be talking about the 50th anniversary of Carnival. And we'll be talking to a member of the BSOCA, which is Boston Society of Caribbean Culture and Heritage, about the efforts to revive, rejuvenate, rebirth, reconstruct, reverse the curse. And get us back to where we gotta be as a culture and as a Caribbean community. With that said, quick check-in, Miss Tony. How you doing?
I am doing so good. I'm slightly hungover.
I saw that you went to Slades last night.
I had a good evening. So my entire evening. So first of all, Tristan went to Achelitos and got me some nachos yesterday and brought them to my house. Amazing. 5 stars for the delivery. It was excellent.
What did he do?
He brought it all the way upstairs.
Oh, wow. Wow. You don't get that these days.
Right. So I had a nice lunch. Then when I went to pick up Noah from camp, he decided that he wanted to stay for soccer. So Noah stayed for soccer. But between camp and soccer, we walked down to the little place and we got some bubble teas and brownies. And then we came back this way. What you doing here on a Thursday? Anyhow.
It's my last day. So.
Why?
And then we went to soccer. Noah attended the very last soccer practice for the summer and came home with a medal.
Yes.
Oh,
wait.
Nice.
Exactly. Just that one.
See, this was
the,
wrong.
The
This was-
only one that he ever went to.
This was wrong with society.
Exactly.
It's because everybody don't deserve an award.
Everybody don't deserve an award. Yesterday morning, I happened to see that Jonathan Gates had posted that he was giving away 10 pairs of tickets to the Black Comedy Explosion last night. So I jumped on the thing, was like, hey, did I miss it? And he inboxed me 2 tickets. So I went down there last night. They had 2 amazing comedians, a young lady named Amanda and another young lady by the name of D-Lo, who was hilarious. There was also a young white man in a baseball cap that made his debut at the Black Comedy Explosion.
What did you eat?
And how was that?
It was real.
The
It
white
was
boy.
so good. Shout out to Stephanie, the bartender.
The white guy?
The white guy. He was
He's a white guy?
white.
Okay. At the Black Comedy Explosion.
Stephanie, the bartender, did her thing with those drinks. She poured from like up here somewhere in her shoulder.
From her elbow joint.
But I had chicken livers, chicken wings, potato salad, and collard greens. And
Why no okra poppers? I love me some okra poppers.
The food smacked so hard last night. Like, I don't even know what it was. Last night it was different. It was a different experience. By the way, I happened to just throw on my Whitney Houston t-shirt to go down there last night. Yesterday was Whitney Houston's 60th birthday.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord know I be knowing.
I too have a Whitney Houston shirt.
You should wear it. You should have worn it yesterday. Yesterday was Whitney's 60th
But today's a good
birthday.
day. Today's R&B on the plaza.
Oh,
Today
I'm
is
gonna wear it.
R&B on the plaza, and I couldn't decide if I should wear it last night or wear it today. But I wore it last night. Happened to be her birthday. Today is R&B on the plaza. Something else about last night. It was just a really, really good night. It was a good night. Today is National Lazy Day. I will participate in
Oh,
that.
that's what's going on.
Yep. So I walked in here. Literally, I left the house this morning with my keys and my phone. I did not put on any hair,
Just vibes.
and I made minimal effort on my outfit.
See?
I'm going to go home
Not-
and lay on my couch. Till
Not
it's time
wanting to
go.
put on hair prohibits me from doing a lot of things that I want to do. And I feel like that's not right.
No,
so
you
now.
just shouldn't wear it.
I know, but yesterday I was determined to go live. And I was just like,
Head wraps are your friends.
There's so many
know.
alternatives now to hair.
Yes.
You don't have to put on a hair.
but I didn't want to do anything. When I'm home, I just like to be a little picky-headed.
Pickaninny.
A little picky-headed pickaninny. That's what I like to be. I just like to walk around. People be coming in the house. I be like, ooh. No, that's me.
A baseball
Hey,
to throw on real quick.
Listen, you see me at home, you
Or a
catch it
towel.
how you catch it. Yeah, right?
Put a blanket
I'm
over
at
my-
home.
I know
You ain't got- you
yesterday
shouldn't have
just to
none
bring
of
that
this
to up. You see the 2 plaques that is going down the back of my head, and then I got a patch in the middle that's just sticking straight up, and I'm just like, whatever. Throw your hair on top of it, and go on about your day. If I get into any fights, it's gonna be more embarrassing for my wig to be pulled off than it is for me to get my ass whipped.
Janet
Anyhow.
said get a satin turban.
Satin
Oh,
turban,
that's nice.
and they cute too. You get them from right there at the hair stop. There's $2.99. They come in different things. I got a zebra one.
Girl, bye. Leah, it's your last freaking day here at Spark FM for the summer because we'll find a way to kidnap you at some point during the
exciting.
school year.
It's just excited to get kidnapped.
You gonna come around for Spark the Block?
Yes.
If I'm here, like back on campus.
You gonna be back on campus wait, when you
September,
guys come back to
September
school?
Allegedly, the 28th.
Oh yeah, you'll be
Classes
here.
don't
Oh,
start
of
till the
August.
5th.
Oh. Leah's gonna be back here for Spark the Block. She has said it live on air. She has
That
made
is
the
crazy.
And
commitment.
she said it in front of her sister.
And-
You guys are
and-
not good
Yep.
media
And if you
professionals.
say it in front of your sister, that means it's true. Damn it. So how are you doing? How was your summer?
It was good. It was good. Did a lot of concerts like last night.
You
Brad
did?
Fias.
Brian Fryas.
Brent.
Fryas. Friggin'
like
Beyonce of people.
He's like
and I don't
a reincarnation, a male version of Aaliyah, if you will.
really?
I mean, that's one of the.
Let me look
And
at it.
Would you say that?
No.
What would you say? I mean, his
That
style
was the
is
first time I heard that.
his style is,
Like, you
is
have a
very
point.
similar to like it's he has like a '90s style sound type
Yeah.
of thing.
What's the song saying that he is?
Been away, right?
Been away and about my
you
heart
sing
of
some of the
you.
songs,
You just be making.
That's
up
the one?
things.
Oh, no. I'm like, I know that one. No,
She
I
just
don't.
pulled that out of her behind.
I don't know that song. Tell me what Brent Fayez's song is.
What's one that you would know?
Uh,
This is kind of hard.
See, this is always my problem because I feel like I'm pretty
Hip to the culture.
hip to the culture. And then sometimes I come across these super mega stars that I'm like, oh, all right. Here you go. I know you now. Like, I'll never not know him now.
I know that I've heard something by him or seen his name on my radio dial.
On my
But I
radio.
don't,
On my radio.
I don't know what his song
On my audio
Hey.
All right, this is one of
contractor.
the songs. Let me
on
see
whatever
how it
you
sounds.
kids are listening to these days.
This is why I say he sounds like a Leo.
That's not what
Well, I think I know this song.
I know you've been away.
Oh yeah,
I
his
love a
band
live
was
band.
eating
Oh
last
my
night.
God.
Really?
The
That
band-
sounds
Let's
good.
Can we
This
talk
guy
about
on the
going to a
drums.
concert with a live
Oh my
band?
gosh.
Really?
I know
So
that's
good.
That's what you know. What that is so. That at 50 Cent had a whole band with him, and I was like, "This is amazing."
That you didn't even really realize
Yeah.
until every now and then they would lift it up, and then you'd be like, "Oh, he got a whole band."
He got a
Yeah.
whole band.
I went to like 5 concerts this summer. Beyonce had a live band.
Mm-hmm.
Brent had a live band,
Yeah.
and they were probably my top 2 concerts. Ed Sheeran did everything by himself, and then there was like, who was that?
T-Pain didn't have a live band.
No, he didn't have a
How
live
was,
band.
how was
because he-
T-Pain?
He had a DJ.
But T-Pain is pretty
T-Pain
lit,
is
that's-
T-Pain.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he was dancing, so he kind of you
Yeah.
don't really need a
Yeah.
band.
He was the
Like,
band.
You were
Yeah.
the
But
band.
live band with T-Pain would be crazy.
And then
Yeah,
we also
that
saw
sounds
Coco
amazing.
Jones like literally 2 days
Oh
ago.
yes,
She
how
was
was
really
that?
good.
Who?
Coco Jones was here at the City Winery.
A dancer, guys. She's a vocalist and a dancer.
Really?
How did I?
Who's Coco?
Yo, we sleep on City Winery.
Yeah, we do.
City Winery
Winery.
has some
She was at
good
Paradise
shows.
Rock.
Oh,
she was at
yes, she
Paradise.
was
Oh,
at
okay. 'Cause I was
Paradise,
gonna say,
yes.
That didn't look like
Somebody-
City Winery when I saw
Somebody
it.
told me that Genuine was at Hampton Beach.
What?
Genuine.
Yeah,
Genuine.
and Bone Thugs and Harmony is going to be at Hampton Beach in September.
Once we settle ourselves down, we
Yeah.
gotta.
I mean,
Leah's
Rashawn
gonna
Patterson
reach
is going
out.
to be at City Winery this weekend, and
Send y'all an itinerary. for
John
them.
B was here the other day. Like, we sleep on City Winery, but I'm not going to sleep on them no more. And I'm going to go by my damn self because y'all,
I noticed that a lot of people do that.
a lot of people do City
A lot
Winery
of
by
people do.
themselves.
I've been
Yeah.
watching everybody's stories and stuff, and a lot of
Yep.
people do that.
Yep. Let me go on City Winery.
Very interesting. Chinanu, welcome back. Chinanu has had an adventure in the last couple of days.
Yes, where have you been? I missed
It's been
you.
all over the world.
So yesterday, I was on the way over here. I was running to the bus stop, right? You know, as one does when the bus is coming. So
When you're late.
yeah, I was ready. Then my water bottle fell in my bag, and then I was like, "Oh crap, I gotta go get that." There was a lady who said, "Okay, you dropped something." I was like, "Yeah, I got it, my water bottle." No, I dropped my phone, and I didn't realize I was to drop my phone. So yeah, I didn't realize until I was like further down the bus. I was like almost about to get off. I was like, "Where's my phone? I want to check it out." Like, oh, it's not in there. So then went on the trolley van yesterday, the bus. So if I had taken the bus,
Yeah.
you know, like by the time I got there, my bus had left. So then it's like, well, I can't book an Uber now, so let me just go back and find my
Because
phone.
how you gonna book an Uber with no phone?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so went back. My phone was gone, but the kickstand was there. So then,
Oh shoot.
yeah, well, no, it's in my pocket now, so I have
Oh,
it.
okay.
I found it. That's how
You
the
got it
update.
back. Okay.
But yeah, someone had taken it because they were just like, oh, this is not supposed to be here. Let me like take care of this. So then we went to the police station.
Oh.
Went to the bank that was in between.
So dramatic
There's a
for a
whole-
Wednesday.
I know.
There was, yeah.
I know Tristan can relate. He loses his phone every time
Oh,
he
yeah.
goes anywhere.
But I get it back. I
He
retrieve it.
literally
So
gets
one-
it back.
One time Tristan lost his phone at TD Garden. We went to see New Edition.
No.
And he
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wait.
He traced his phone and discovered that it was at some woman's house in Chelsea.
What?
Went to the woman's house
That's
and got his phone. Talk about pull up. Okay?
Y'all got my phone?
Hey, you know.
So don't worry. Your story is all right.
On par.
No, yes, that is like Spark FM.
Hello, sister. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. She's like, what? How?
It's like I didn't know
How
I
did
was
I
speaking
get
today.
here? Welcome to Spark FM. Glad to have you today, and we'll enjoy the show
Yes.
because we got a lot going on. So, Tristan, how are you?
I'm good. I did a lot of filming yesterday in Cambridge. I was doing filming.
Just making a music video?
You know, I'm trying to own into my becoming a personality and like being more vocal and out there and stuff. So we were doing some marketing for Yamba and stuff like that. So getting acclimated with the camera, being on camera. On
Good.
actual, like not, the show.
Oh, so we don't got good enough cameras for you over here? Wow.
Doing
Camera
a
in
full
your face.
production.
Wow.
Full production.
And I am well. And I'm ready to get this day started. So Saucy and Friends in the Mornings officially starts right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Toonie, and Rockstone Triz.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
Yerp. Today is Thursday, August 10th. Partly cloudy in the morning, increasing clouds with periods of shower later on in the day. A high of 84 degrees, winds in the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 50% chance of rain. Ugh. It's in the PM, though. It's in the PM.
Yeah, it's going to
This
start
is
around 8 o'clock, I think.
after the R&B dance party on
That's
City
right.
Hall Plaza. After it. And it's free. So we like free. Let's see what is going on today. What happened in OnlyFans? Sexy Red dropped her. I don't know what she dropped. Her drawers. That's what she dropped. So 2 people were found dead in a South Boston home. That's terrible.
Talk about a jump.
Yeah,
I know.
some booty holes to people found dead. 2 people were found dead in South Boston home on Wednesday afternoon, but police say the deaths are not considered suspicious. So we are very, very sad that those people lost their lives, and condolences to them.
So when they say that the deaths were not considered suspicious, what was it, like
Natural causes?
Natural
monoxide?
causes.
Both of them?
Both of them dead at the same time like that? It had to be a carbon monoxide. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide leak?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't just be 2 people dead like that.
They are
They have,
investigating the death.
yeah, and they haven't even autopsied the body, which is crazy that this would be a news story
Yeah.
at this point in time.
I don't know.
Like, how did you know?
Yeah.
Do you know about everybody that dies in the home? It's crazy. Rollover on I-93 causes significant traffic. Red line delays. When was that? Yesterday? That's terrible. So if you were stuck in traffic yesterday, it was because a truck rolled over on I-93 South, forced a train service to shut down on part of the red line. And caused major traffic backups Thursday afternoon. 4 vehicles were involved in the crash and minor injuries were reported. The tractor-trailer truck damaged part of the fence on the highway, which transit police say caused interference for red line trains. Oh, that sucks.
I don't know.
If you
look
are
at the picture, it doesn't look like that
Like it
should
could've.
affect the red line.
Maybe that one side, maybe it hit the third rail.
And I was on the red line yesterday. They were definitely making those announcements.
This is what's crazy to me, though. Like, that must suck if you on the train and nothing's going on with the train, and something that happens outside of the train on the highway affects your train ride that's already been affected by everything else.
Now
That's
you can't drive and you can't take the train. How do
you
even
can't
get
do nothing.
Exactly.
And that is what they want us to do out here. That's crazy.
That was
Right.
hella traffic.
Shuttle buses were replacing trains between JFK UMass and North Quincy Station before service was resumed about 3 p.m. So wait, what time did this happen?
In the afternoon.
It was in the afternoon? Oh, because that's crazy. If it was a morning and didn't resolve to 3 p.m., then I'm going home.
I'm not going to where
I'm not going anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
going home. 2 arrested in Tewksbury purse snatching that left woman hurt. They still snatching purses?
Who does that?
That's weird. But I think about that all the time. So that's why when my purse is on my shoulder, oftentimes I would just kind of strap it around my whole body because I'd be worried that somebody's gonna snatch my purse. But I don't think they do that in these in the
Oh, they
hood.
still do that.
In the
Apparently
hood
they
though.
do.
They still do that.
This one was in Tewksbury. I feel
still
like
got-
that's where it happens,
we
in
still got
Tewksbury and
stick-up
Andover
kids.
and things like that. A woman was hurt when her purse was snatched outside a bank Wednesday morning in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. A man and a woman were arrested on robbery and assault and battery charges in the incident, which sent the 61-year-old woman to a local hospital. The woman was pushed to the ground when 2 people stole her purse in the parking lot of the Metro Credit Union. The pair drove off, but were stopped about a mile down Main Street based on a description of the people and their vehicles sent out by the officers at the bank.
Look at this foolishness.
I mean, you guys, what if she had went to go deposit money instead of withdraw it?
Well, look at the age of the thieves.
How old is him?
Look, the very next paragraph.
Let me see. Oh, wow. Keith Froth, a 50-year-old from Haverhill, Massachusetts, and Christina Brogna, a 51-year-old from Laconia, New Hampshire.
Ain't y'all too old
Ain't y'all too old?
for that foolishness?
How ain't you too old to run and do things? Like, I mean,
Exactly.
like, am I not running?
I know. Would you take the person, walk away?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
I mean, they only got caught a half a mile down the road, so they didn't really think this through. You didn't think this through. And then what if there was no money in it? Now you getting arrested. Now you in trouble, assault and battery.
Was it worth
now
it?
you got to go to jail, and you ain't even get no money. Nothing.
According to the next paragraph, it wasn't a random incident, so they did think about it.
What do you mean it wasn't a random incident?
It wasn't
They
random.
knew her?
They plotted on her.
Yeah, that's funny. Like if you go in there and you sitting there, you know those people when you go into like a Bank of America and there's some people sitting on the couch just kind of chilling. What if they're in there seeing who walk out with a little envelope of money and be like, "Ooh, let me get that one." Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, one time I was in the bank plotting to rob an old lady though. The old lady went in, she was like, she was so loud though, and was like, I want to take out $1,300. Loud.
Her business.
And then like put it in her little bag, you know what I mean? And then went walking down the street and I was like,
But that's how they
That
give it
old
to you.
lady.
Like if you take out a big sum of money, they'll give it to you and then they'll give you an envelope too. So now you got to
Right.
sit there and turn your body around and stuff
Right.
it in real quick, then put it in your brassiere.
But remember that time we were reading the story about how the director for Black Panther went into the bank and they wouldn't give him his money?
Oh, yes.
So that's so weird.
Yeah.
Because he was withdrawing what, $20,000?
He was kind of doing a lot. Like,
Where you going with
supposed to
$20,000
do
in
it in
cash?
increments, Ryan.
Right
Like,
now.
come on, let's think.
Ryan Coogler, relax. Anyhow, poor lady. I'm glad that she got her bag back, and I hope that she wasn't injured too badly.
Oh, they're offering. Remember the little, what's his name? Alejandro, the little Chihuahua from outside of Whole Foods. There
Yes.
now is a $5,000 reward. I'm about to go find every Chihuahua in the city of Boston and
I'm
say,
about
this
to
one?
go-
Is this one?
We'll go find Buddy and give him to these people.
Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? No. All right, I'll be back.
That's so sad, though.
There's a bad breath rapist. That is, you are doing it wrong. You're
they're
wrong.
calling him?
Bad breath rapist. Bad breath rapist. $10,000 reward offered for help finding man convicted of a 2005 Quincy rape. Massachusetts authorities are asking for the public's help in finding a violent fugitive convicted of raping a coworker at knife point nearly 2 decades ago.
Oh, damn.
Truan K. Lee is wanted by the United States Marshal Service and State Police Violent Fugitive Apprehension Section. They didn't have to do that. After he fled during his trial in 2007, his many aliases include Dwan G. Lee and Dickie Lee, according to officials.
Dickie Lee?
Dickie Lee.
that'll do it.
Investigators determined that Dickie Lee, whose family owned the Kawaga restaurant in Quincy, raped a waitress from the restaurant after he broke into her home on February 2nd, 2005. According to the officials, Lee was masked, held the victim at knife point, zip-tied her to a bed face down, and sexually assaulted her. He left the victim zip-tied to the bed where she was found several hours later by her boyfriend, oh God, who went to the house after being unable to reach her by phone. Among the evidence establishing Lee as the assailant was his foul breath, which the victim recognized. Officials say he was subsequently dubbed by media as the bad breath rapist.
That's horrible.
What are you saying?
That is terrible. I want us to take note. He had on a mask. He had on a mask and she was still able to recognize that man's
All
breath.
kind of old kimchi stuck in his teeth and stuff.
That is
Gross.
terrible. Like, you're not gonna violate me and then violate me again.
Look
Like,
at-
that's a double
look at the guy.
violation. Look, he did it.
Violent, and violating.
Who's this black girl?
Oh, she the one that got tied up to the bed?
No. This is Bria Douglas from Fox 25 News. There's a lot of
got
black
so many new
girls,
black
man.
There's a lot of black people on the news.
Come on, black girls. and black
Look
boy.
at this
They
one with her
doing it.
natural hair and her Afrocentric outfit.
Why can't I get this?
She is sticking it to the man.
Pro-black.
Woke. But in other news, New Hampshire nurse and her young daughter freed nearly 2 weeks after abduction in Haiti.
Oh, good.
I was hearing about these. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, American nurse Alex and her daughter were freed Wednesday, nearly 2 weeks after they were kidnapped in Haiti's capital, according to aid organization El Roi Haiti. The Christian group founded by the lady's husband asked that neither she nor family be contacted. There is still much to process and to heal from in this situation, the group said in a statement. The group added that it confirmed the safe relief with a heart of gratitude and immense joy. No other details were immediately available, including whether any ransom was paid. Pay it for me, shoot. Y'all better find the money to pay me my ransom. Oh, good for them. Huh?
What's that girl's name? Carly, right?
Yes.
That's how she should have responded.
Yes.
There's a lot to process. I don't want to talk right now.
I don't think she said anything, has she?
Carly, she did write a statement to
oh,
say that she was sorry for
sorry,
lying
that was
and
it.
being a jerk.
This is the lady and her husband right here in the picture.
Oh, that's her
her.
husband?
That's her husband.
She's stupid.
What's your problem? What's your problem today? You need a timeout. Out of control.
There's another story that I found here. So there is a budding pot war on Boylston Street. The owner of one dispensary sues to block another.
You know what's interesting of this? You know what I immediately thought of? Not that this would happen because weed smokers don't behave like this. The Italian man, Martina Trattoria, and when he rode by, like, what y'all fighting for?
Just made that up.
No. What's his name? Maria's Trattoria and the creep and the bakery. When he
Yeah. The one that's on Mayor Wu's list.
Yes, the offender. Oh, so what's happening, Tristan?
So there's the owners of a dispensary on Boylston Street between Gloucester and Fairfield Street and Back Bay yesterday sued the operators of a proposed dispensary 3 blocks down the street and the Zoning Board of Appeal, which approved both. The lawsuit is the latest to test the validity of the city's little enforced ban on marijuana establishments being closer than half a mile to each other. Last year, the operators of proposed dispensary on Harvard Avenue in Alston sued after the zoning board approved the competing shop down the street, citing the buffer ordinance. That case remains open, which is my store, Yamba. Which is one of our stores.
Okay.
That's we have another company that's trying to combat this. Since its passage in 2016, City Hall has routinely ignored the buffer zone concept, with both the Boston Cannabis Board and the Zoning Board routinely granting exceptions. Even Councilor Michael Flaherty, who came up with the idea, has since occasionally supported close by shops, arguing that he is now satisfied by the oversight. He is now satisfied oversight by city boards means Boston won't see the sort of Green Mile pot strips he once worried about.
So my question is, I guess I get it when it first came out, but how do you guys feel about the buffer zones? I feel like it works in Cambridge. Like, they literally are a pot shop every two doors down.
In Cambridge, there's one across the street from Yamba, and there's another one not on the same block as that one.
Now, I literally just read a post by somebody on Boston Media. Posted it, and it was like, all right, Boston, enough dispensaries. There's mad dispensaries.
There is mad dispensaries.
When we were downtown, what did they say? There's 12 or 10 or 12 of them that are downtown alone. There's mad dispensaries.
There is. I mean, but if we compare them to liquor stores, for instance, there's a liquor store literally at every corner. So is there enough? Like, I always be worried. Is there enough to go around? Like,
right.
It's honestly what it comes down to is your branding.
Yeah.
It's really comes down to having strong branding, also a good location. So those do play a role, but To me, that's really what it comes down to when it comes down to dispensaries. You have to have a good location and you have to have good branding, solid branding.
So like any company, like there can be a lot more than one, but at the same time, you got to set yourself apart in some type of way.
And people are going to go to
where they want to go.
Where they want to.
Yeah.
Whichever one they feel more comfortable at.
All right. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about Boston Carnival and kitties and the new pen on the plaza.
Yeah.
Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
SparkFMOnline.com presents the second annual Culture Festival. Spark the Block, Sunday, September 3rd. Fusing cultures, energy, music, fun, and vibes. Live on stage, all the way from Jamaica. For the first time in 10 years. Mayday! Yep. To go again. Elephant Man, the energy god, with hits like Nalinga, Ding Dong, Nalinga, Pon the River, Pon the River, Gully Creeper, and Log On. The baddest bitch of Miami, Trina, with hits like Pull Over. Trina.
Dump in the places I've been.
Uber Out Loud.
You tell me that a thing too much.
And Ragga Fresh and Sean John Music with this collaboration, Trailer Load. Hosted by Evolution Specialist, Pam, music by DJ Live, DJ Sticks, My Outlaw, Tyrant, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Boston Seaport, 65 Northern Ave. This is a 21 plus event. For more info, check out SparkFMOnline.com/Spark the Block. Sunday, September 3rd.
Boston, get ready for the ultimate 3-day weekend. August 18th to the 20th. Zaz Entertainment brings to you the second annual Zaz Fest, Afro-Caribbean Festival. At the heart of this experience on August 19th, we present to you an all-star cast of performers. From the Spice Island Grenada, Mr. Killer.
From my riches, I detest that.
The San Juan God, Voice. Nyla Blackman.
I've been patient and I've been
Straight from Yard, Romaine Virgo. And many more international superstars to be added to our cast, including YouTube sensation Oso City, alongside an all-star cast of Boston's finest DJs. For tickets and all other information, log on to www.zazfest.com. That's ZAZFEST.com. Don't miss out on this legendary experience. Zaz Fest, the Afro-Caribbean Festival.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at SparkFMOnline.com for more information.
Are you tired of renting and need more of your own space? Are you getting stressful letters or calls from the bank? Does your home require expensive repairs and you just don't have the funds to fix them? Regardless of whether you want to buy or sell, Taylor Andre of Thumbprint Realty is here to help. From saving your home from foreclosure to walking you through the process of becoming a first-time homeowner, Taylor makes real estate easy. With your best interests at heart, knowledge of the market, and a passion for people, Taylor is dedicated and motivated to serve you.
Good rising, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. I am Taylor Andre, and I am determined and dedicated in assisting you in all of your real estate needs. Give me a call at 617-459-0041. Again, that number is 617-459-0041. Or you can email me at TAYLAANDRE@thumbprintrealty.com.
The all-new Spark FM.
You're the baddest one.
Spark FM. You are now listening to Spark FM. Spark FM. Spark FM. Urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Saucy and Friends in the morning, and it is time for us to talk to the people. This is where we bring you guys somebody special from the community to talk to us about all the fun things that they have going on. And today we are sitting down with Mr. Warren Pratt. Did you want me to give your whole governmental name?
It's already out there.
Yes, it is quite there.
It's already out there.
Who is? Welcome back to Spark FM Online.
Familiar grounds.
Yes, familiar grounds. We first heard you over at the Avenue with Gary Banton and Big Trini, or Big Little Trini at this point.
Big Skinny.
Big Skinny.
Yes.
I like it. So today we're going to be touching on some of the events going down for this carnival season in Boston, which has been a little point of contention, but through the darkness.
Boston Carnival? Contention? Sounds unfamiliar.
No.
Hold on. Let me get my props.
Does not sound familiar.
There's props.
You got props.
There are props.
Here we go. Let me get a little check.
I mean, that's how it started, right?
There we go.
That's how the movement started, so it's only right that we pay homage to that.
So let's start there. This started out of a hashtag called Save Boston Carnival. So wait, first of all, tell us what BSOCA is.
Sure.
And what it represents.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, listeners. My name is Winfield Warren Pratt. I am the interim president, interim being the keyword, of the Boston Society of Caribbean Culture and Heritage, a newly formed community-based organization that is primarily and almost exclusively designed to improve and increase the representation of Caribbean culture in Boston, to return to prominence the Boston Caribbean Carnival and all affiliated elements of the carnival, and to enhance the level of programming that's sort of culture-based, historic and culture-based, available to youth and our young people. So that's the primary focus of the organization. It's a very large and wide agenda. So that's BSOCA in short.
And basically that is to, what did I say? Revive, rejuvenate, rebirth, reimagine, all the things.
Re-energize.
Re-energize the city
All those things.
when it comes to this beloved weekend. So this year we will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Boston Carnival. And we have seen for lack of better, we've seen a decline in almost everything.
Unfortunately.
Yes. In which areas have you noticed it the most?
That's a long list. And I'm saying this with all sincerity. For those who know me and know me well, I'm not born and raised in Boston. I'm Trinidadian, raised, spent lots of time in New York, Maryland, but I lived in Boston many years ago. So I'm always in Boston, have lots of friends and family in Boston. So for the past 23 years, I've been in Boston as a resident, but returning to Boston several times each year, and then chose to come back to Boston 6 years ago. Moved back, to start a family and grow roots, because my wife is born and raised in Boston.
Woohoo! Shout out to her.
Shout out to Jordan and Felicia. So we made an intentional, decision to come back to Boston, specifically because we wanted a place that had a deeper sense of, Caribbean community, connection to, culture and heritage. We had lots of different options, but because Felicia's family was here in Boston, I had, friends and family. I lived in Boston before. We're familiar with the community, with the culture, and, saw the potential of Boston to be a place that we wanted our kids and our family to, grow roots. We chose to come back. Unfortunately, while that decision is being made, looking at what's happening with Boston Carnival, unfortunately there was a very drastic decline in what I will call the quality of the Carnival product.
Yeah.
Now let's be very clear, Carnival is not the only or sole component of Caribbean culture.
Absolutely.
What it is the largest public spectacle that brings people together, that we celebrate the culture, but it's not the only component. But it's an important component. It is that one thing that we look forward to, that we orient for some of us our lives around. We orient a lot of our businesses and a lot of things that we hold near and dear, our sense of community and connection and all that stuff. So it was very clear to me that, unfortunately Boston Carnival was in a state of decline, which, was sad. And it was not until last year when band leaders and other members of the community, sort of came together and voiced a similar concern and, sort of a call to action, that it became clear to me that something needed to be done.
Yep.
I wasn't the first to come to the table. As a matter of fact, I was invited to the second meeting. So I can't take any, claim to starting a movement. That wasn't me. I was invited to the second meeting, and, and sitting down with all the folks who had, equal concern. It made sense that I dedicate some time and share any level of, resource or expertise or just, a presence that I had, to the effort. And that led to the formation of the Boston Carnival, the Boston Mass Band Association, which then led to the formation of BSOCA once we finalized on the agenda and the mission of the movement and the organization.
And it's been a long time coming. So a lot of times when the conversation of Carnival comes up, people always say, like, why did it start right now, 2 weeks before Carnival? Like, why is everybody bringing up these concerns and stuff like this? But this started from last year.
Yes.
So this started from last year. So I'm part of the committee. So we've been kind of sitting through this and trying to get things moving for now over a year of since last July.
Right.
Yes.
Of trying to get all of this situated. Boston seems like it has been kind of complacent with the product that the Carnival has turned into. I feel like Boston is in a state of confusion. In one hand, they want to do it for the culture. They don't want it to stop. They don't want it to die. They want to be on the road. We don't care about politics. We just want to be outside. This is our culture. This is we. And on the other hand, but if we expect this to keep going forward, if we expect this to go anywhere or to grow, there has to be some uncomfortability and there has to be change. And sometimes change gets very uncomfortable.
So the saying is, to grow is to change. You can't have, growth without change. You could change without growing, but you can't have growth without change.
Yeah.
So I think, there's clear consensus. You ask anyone who's rational, everyone agrees that,
literally, like you have to say that.
I mean,
anybody who is
I'm
rational.
Listen, I'm a very straightforward person, right? I speak in a very straightforward way. You ask anyone who's rational, about their opinion of, the product, and I think folks will agree that it is in a state of decline. Of course, that's due to a number of different reasons. And my focus and the focus of BSOCA, which is aligned, is not to really point fingers at the reasons. The reasons exist.
They are just reasons.
We're solution oriented.
Yes.
So we're moving past the reasons, and we're focusing on potential solutions.
Yes.
So that's sort of where we are. But any rational person will admit to that.
Yeah. There has been and the things that we're talking about is mostly like decline in viewership, spectatorship, participants of the Carnival. We've kind of gone from maybe 14 really great costume bands or mass bands.
About 10 years ago.
About 10 years
to
ago.
One last year.
One costume band on the road. This is not your first rodeo with Carnival, though.
No, it's not. No.
So you are the CEO of Amazing Carnival Experience?
Yes.
And what's that?
So Amazing Carnival Experience is a entity that curates carnival experiences, for lack of a better word, for being redundant.
Very interesting.
Across different carnival markets. We've done for many years work with One Island Band in Miami. We've done work with Beige in Barbados. We've done work in Carabana. So, we do have, some experience. When I say we, it is a team, and it's a team that is, very diverse with a range of skills from designing to project managing to execution. So, we're very familiar with the product.
So it is not just that, it's Carnival here. So you've been able to explore, experience, witness, and even if you are creative in this way, you're looking at all the different things and figuring out how you can duplicate that into something else that you're doing.
Yes. So again, to change is to grow, or grow is to change, however you want to look at it. You can't, I think, to be an expert in anything, you have to understand your market. You have to pay attention to your competition. You have to pay attention to best practices. So you have to know what's out there and what's possible. Otherwise, you'll be in a state of stagnation. So, I've been paying attention to what happens in different markets. Again, we've worked with some of the top bands in different carnival spaces. I'm a frequent traveler to, Trinidad, Barbados almost annually. So paying attention to, what happens there. And just, again, being observant. You don't necessarily have to, be involved in the carnival as a
administrator,
or as, an entrepreneur or anything of that sort. You can simply be there as a participant and just observe how things flow, observe the flow.
What makes sense.
Correct. So, and just being observant, I've, realized that a number of things that are sort of best practices in other spaces, a number of things that make sense, a number of things that work in other places, we simply were not, applying some of those techniques or approaches here, which unfortunately I think contributed to the condition or the state of the carnival that we have currently. Right. So again, we're not, pointing fingers. We're taking what we see as best practice approaches. We're taking what we see as sort of common understandings, and we're just applying that to the elements that we see as either missing or have deteriorated to the scope of near non-existence.
Right. So I was going to mention that too, because you did mention, like participation in the carnival, but we've also just seen a decline in carnival events as it is. I mean, even to the point where, like, this year, thank goodness for BSOCA, there are some more events that incorporate, that are carnival based. But I was seeing a lot of posts on social media of people like, what is happening for Boston Carnival? What is happening around Boston Carnival? So, I've seen a lot.
I like that question. So let's kind of get right into that. BSOCA has identified 2 events that they will focus energy and be very intentional about. Tell us about these 2 events, because there's still, onto what she was saying, there's a lot of confusion about what's going on. Right. So not to get messy, but to kind of just be very clear about what's going on. So there are 2 organizations.
2 events. So there are 2 organizations that are working towards providing carnival products, if I can put it that way. BSOCA, again, the Boston Society of Caribbean Culture and Heritage, our focus for this year is to bring back new energy, rebranding Kitty's Carnival. So Kitty's, as many of you know, has been non-existent for some time, or in a significant state of decline.
It's non-existent. We can say that.
You can, okay. But so our focus was to start with, in an area that we felt we can get the biggest bang for our dollar, in the sense that we see Kitty's as a rite of passage. Kitty's is one of those events that anyone who is familiar with Carnival and has grown up in Carnival, has some experience with. It's one of those events that, we see as cross-generational, because the kids don't bring themselves to Kitty's. So automatically you have either a young parent, a middle-aged parent, a grandparent, an aunt, someone who is bringing, the kids out. So we're automatically, creating a cross-generational sort of impact. So it's just one of those things that, the community likes and supports, because it's that to me is the essence of Carnival, right? It's pure. The kids are having fun. There's a lot of innocence there, which is what we want. We want to promote, that fun and that engagement with the culture and the activities and the events. So we start there.
Yes.
And we've gotten, tremendous support from the community. We have a number of partners who supported us, who we're very, pleased for.
One of those biggest partners are?
So the Zoo of New England is supporting us. Part of our parade route is going through the zoo.
Through the zoo. I know.
And let's stop right there.
Pause.
Kids,
Right there.
Kitties has historically never had a road experience here in Boston, and it's something that we have always seen in other parts of the country, and outside of this country. Kitties being able to experience that full experience of Carnival, it makes sense because we are bringing these kids out from pretty much birth to 12. I've seen babies out there in walkers and strollers, decorated and stuff like that. So this is the first time that we have experienced a road experience for kids here in Boston. So that is big in itself.
It's big in itself, and we had much grander plans. But there's we have to take things with some humility. We have to start where we can start, so we have to work within the system. So we had much grander plans to make this even bigger. But again, new organization, new energy, new focus, new approach. It takes some time for that level of change to seep in, and for folks to recognize that, hey, this is actually a better way to do this. But yes, so one of our biggest partners is the Boston Zoo. They're really excited to have the children come into the space with costumes. The zoo is already decorated for the light show. And for anyone who's never gone to the zoo in the evening between July and October to see the light show, please do. It's beautiful. I've been there for the last several years.
And we encourage you guys to go outside of Kitty's Carnival. Go visit your local zoo.
It's
Franklin
nice.
Park right around the corner. Take the children to see some animals
in the middle of the city
and some lights.
The zoo's a nice experience. I mean, I've never gone to the zoo and not seen the zoo sort of half packed to full capacity. The zoo is always packed with people, kids. It's a great experience for kids and families. So the zoo is 100% on board with us. Very excited to have the kids come in in costumes, and we have a number of other neighborhood organizations, whether it's Oasis restaurant or
1102
Blue Hill Ave, the old Champagne Hall. There are a number of different organizations who have, made it very clear, very public, hey, use our space, use our resources to promote this event, promote this activity. We believe in it. And the truth is our kids deserve it. The community deserve it. We deserve it. The community deserve it. So there's really, from our perspective, there's nothing that we're not going to do to make sure this event happens, because it's really about the kids.
It's literally.
And the truth is, if we care about culture, then we really have to shift our focus, to how are we really engaging, children and young people, because they're going to be, the bearers. They're going to be the torch bearers, of the culture in a few years.
Exactly.
So we're starting there. We're starting with the young people, the kids, making sure we plan something that's very fun for them. There's going to be obviously the road component. There's going to be a stage component where the kids can showcase their costume and really cross the stage and really have a time to celebrate, in the joy of Carnival.
Right.
And then all the traditional elements. We have food, music, and much, much more. So
Local
it's a
jambi,
lime.
Pan, everything will be, present at Kitty's, because it's that
excited
type
about
of, that type of event.
I'm excited about it because I attended, the band launching that you guys had a few weeks ago. And the costumes are beautiful. But
Absolutely
the energy of those children.
It was
like if that
little waistlines. It's crazy.
Kids were on fire.
Move you.
We had to slow them down.
A bunch of little happy feet and all kind of stuff.
Save some for the road.
This is just the launch. So
right.
They were really the kids.
And
but that was it, right? The kids were so excited just for that little moment.
Your daughter marched in the middle with her little boots on,
Listen,
and was just out there, just going. And I was
Rain
like,
boots and all.
This
Couldn't
is
stop her.
amazing.
That's the actual official president of BSOCA because she is attending every meeting for all the hours and coming in full mass.
It was a beautiful thing, and I'm sure it's going to be, of course, on a grander scale next Saturday, and it's going to be even better to see then. I can't wait.
So we're definitely encouraging all members of the community. It's a free event for the public. Again, we really believe that anything that is really for the benefit of the public, we should remove all barriers. And if
Absolutely.
cost is a barrier, we want it to be free for the public.
Mhm.
So we don't believe in doing something that's to benefit the public, but charge the public for your own benefit.
Yeah.
That to me, there's something wrong in that.
Right.
So if we're doing something, let's do it. Let's remove the barriers. If you can't get there, let's figure out how to get you there. If it's a transportation issue, we'll try to figure that out. If it's a cost issue, we remove the cost. And there are a number of, so state, city, number of organizations, individuals who, want to support with their dollars.
Yeah.
So we can, get those funds to remove some of those barriers so people can come out and enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
So again, that's just a different way of sort of looking at things. We, are very transparent in what we're doing, and that's how the organization was designed. We wanted to build in, a structure of transparency and accountability.
Yeah.
We've had, I don't know at this point, 4 town hall meetings or 5 public sort of interactions, town hall meetings, meet and greets.
Including many private meetings between
Absolutely.
different stakeholders. So not only a full community outreach, but also making sure that we are intentional with the partners and corporations and organizations that will be present or would like to have a stake in this.
So
I just had a question. So this is a free event, but for the people that want to support, are you guys accepting donations?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, sorry, yes, we are.
Absolutely. So, there's yes. So short answer, yes. The only answer, yes. It takes a village. It really does take a lot of work to pull together an event, much less pull together a series of events, much less, start a not-for-profit organization and, then engage in the work of, meeting, the tenets of your mission. So it does take a lot. And, these events do cost. So yeah, we are accepting donations and we've been fortunate, so far. We want to make sure that, we publicly acknowledge those individuals, who have, donated to the organization, who have, made it part of their mission to align themselves with what we're doing. So we're very fortunate that we have, strong community support. We had a curricule last weekend. Almost 200 orders, came in a very short period of time. And those funds are going directly, to support these events.
Yeah.
Let me make this very clear. What we're doing, we as in the board, we have had, as of last night, I think over 200 hours of meetings.
Last night alone was about 6.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we meet at least twice. Well, now it's twice a week for at least 4 hours in total. So you date that back to last July. It's over 200 hours of meetings, and those are like the official meetings. We've had sort of off-record meetings with state representatives, city officials. So we're doing this, carving out a big chunk of our personal time, for this broader, bigger mission, and we're not receiving any compensation for this. We're not asking for compensation. So any money that's donated is going directly to the benefit of these events. The board is unpaid, unstipend, and we designed it that way. That may change in the future once we get to the permanent board.
Right.
So our job is to, build the
Get us
organization, lay the
there.
foundation,
Right.
set the structure, create the policies, create the bylaws, strategic plan, hand it over to the permanent board, and let them continue to work. So we've dedicated a lot of time, personal time, to this. So the monies that folks have been donating, goes towards the event.
And the next event also is Pan on the Plaza. Can you speak
Yes.
about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Pan on the Plaza is taking place on August 23rd, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. City Hall Plaza.
Yes.
Similar to what we saw happening with Kitties. As many of you know, the presence of Pan in Boston has a long history in Boston. Let me put it that way.
Very long.
Very long history.
Yes.
Yes.
However, over the years, the ability to showcase, that talent that has been present in Boston has, sort of waned and
What-
almost disappeared.
Does anybody know when the actual last panorama was?
We'll come back to that trivia
Yeah,
question.
if you are in the comment section and you are
Please comment or call in with that answer.
Right. Because
it was definitely before Instagram. So,
Correct answers only. So I don't know when the last panorama was, but it's been some time. And Pan, as we know, Pan is the sound of the Caribbean. So the Caribbean, yes, we have reggae, we have soca, we have, Zoo, Compass, and whatnot. But pan is the sound of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You know, the only musical instrument invented in the 20th century. You know, UN resolution just 2 weeks ago naming August 11th, tomorrow, as World Pan Day, World Steel Pan Day, which is a huge accomplishment. So that, you know, started in Trinidad a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, you know, making a push to recognize pan, recognize the significance of pan in Trinidad, and that evolved into now worldwide recognition. But we've had a number of, you know, pan bands, players, you know, experts in Boston for many, many decades.
Including one of the oldest steel pan orchestras in the country.
So I believe Branches is the longest functioning steel band or steel orchestra in the United States.
Oh, wow.
So
I think they're at 40 years, maybe?
43.
Yeah.
42 or 43. I think last year was 42. I think this is 43. If I'm not, I could be wrong, but it's in the 40s.
Yeah.
It's in the low 40s for sure.
So just as long as Carnival has been around here.
Correct. So if you think about that, you know, Branches, the Branches group, that is a staple. Like that's a staple of Boston Carnival.
Absolutely.
Last year, unfortunately, was the first time in 42 years that they did not participate in the carnival,
which is very telling.
Yeah, and it's really a sign of the times. And you know, their position was, you know, we're not participating not because we're, you know, against the carnival, but we have to take a stand in terms of how the carnival is being managed and the direction that, you know, the culture is heading. So 42 years, you know, every single carnival, a staple in the community, and all of a sudden, you know, they back off from participating. Like that's I mean, I'm not sure how much of a clear sign you need in that.
Yeah. When stakeholders like that pull out of something so important to the culture, you have to stop and question why.
Right.
And if you're not stopping to question why, then you're almost being kind of, you know, ignorant to the fact that something is happening.
You're being complicit. You know, either you're being willfully ignorant.
Oh, wow. The last Panorama was in 2004.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost
wow.
20 years ago.
Almost 20 years ago.
Almost 20 years
wow.
ago.
That's when you was born? You're a child.
In the 2000s.
Wow.
Almost 20 years ago. Wow.
Almost 20 years ago. So this, I mean, when you put that in perspective, you throw that in there. Big shout out to Darren Fenty for pulling out that fact. This is even bigger than what I even imagined it was, because after 20 years, bringing something back that has literally been a staple of Boston, staple of the culture and the Caribbean and all kinds of things, bringing something back after 20 years on City Hall Plaza, that's huge.
Yeah,
it is.
That's huge.
You know, we're really happy that, you know, we try to do things the correct way. We reached out to as many of the pan size as we could think of, and I'm saying pan size, but you know, we have Branches, which is, you know, so the benchmark, and we also have other groups who have been, you know, keeping the culture alive. So we reached out to as many of those as we could think of, as we could identify. We reached out to some of the elder members of the community and asked them for, you know, suggestions in terms of who are we missing, who else exists that we may not know of, right? And they pointed us in lots of different directions, and we reached out and we were able to pull together what we think, you know, is going to be a very good lineup. So we have a few
and
groups.
just even little.
How many groups are?
6 of.
So we had actual groups, so we had 4 groups and a number of soloists. So the lineup, the last lineup that we finalized on was Branches. We're still confirming pan locals. There was some initial interest. Tempo, CISO, which is the Cambridge Youth Symphonic Orchestra, a youth group from Cambridge. Those are the 4 groups. And we have
Metro. Does Metro still exist?
So
Metro was interested there.
I did want to get in a lot of time. I feel like a lot of the reason why there's not more is because it's been so dormant here that there was kind of nothing to lead up to. Right. So if you have not saying that Carnival is the only time that people can come out, but like if there's really nothing focusing on a specific thing, then it's easy to kind of let it die out almost.
So there were some. I spoke to, you know, Glenn from Metro several times, and there are a number of different things that are happening. But Metro is in the state of, I would say,
rejuvenation.
So
Well,
some of the members, have expressed interest in coming back and sort of reforming the group.
Well, things like this are giving him reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. So whether it's whether there's a direct connection to this initiative or that was always the plan and now the ground seems fertile enough for it to take root. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. It's happening. That's all we care about. It's happening now.
Yeah.
So we're happy about that. But Metro, they're coming back together, which is going to be good. That's going to be yet another sort of traditional, group that's really played a significant part in the history of Pan in Boston. They're coming back out, as soon as next year. I want to add that outside of what we're doing, we have to sort of pay attention to sort of the other elements, right? When I said that, you have to pay attention to, the market, your competitors, the best practices. Outside of what we're doing, I'm really happy, to report that, Boston Public Schools, which is one of the reasons we're focused so heavily on youth and young people, they're also engaging, our young people, our young students, in the art form. Within the last 2 years, BPS has spent, I believe it's, $500,000, somewhere thereabouts, to secure pans from Trinidad. So those, instruments are now in Boston, have been deployed to schools, and have put together a really detailed program for 14 schools to launch pan ensembles at those schools. So I believe 4 schools are, as of June, end of last school year, were active in, teaching pan, to students. So all that means is, with the combined effort, on sort of the school end, the community end, we're definitely seeing, interest and a resurgence, in a commitment, to pan.
Tristan's Black Renaissance.
Yeah, so I think it's,
my son does not go to a Boston public school, but his school does have they have pan there.
So
at the
Berea,
school.
right? Kareem Smith, he teaches, pan at Berea.
Yep.
So again, there's an interest. It's in pockets. So it's part of our responsibility, as a community organization, to pull these elements together so we can, really showcase and celebrate, the beauty of, the instrument.
I also wanted to say that the Kiddies Carnival is also bringing back another element of carnival life in Boston that's been missing for a long time. So at the end of Kiddies Carnival, there's going to be a jamboree, and we used to have a jamboree every year. And yes, individual bands would have their band launchings, but they also brought their costumes out to the jamboree so everybody could see all the costumes at once.
Yes.
And I think we haven't had one of those. The last jamboree I remember being at is when Auntie Brenda was in labor with Imani, who is now 31.
Oh, wow.
I think that element has definitely been missing, and is definitely going to be welcome.
And to show, just how small the world is in the connectivity, that we share, but may not necessarily always recognize. When we had the band launch at 1102, formerly Champagne Hall.
Yeah.
The gentleman who was able to coordinate that for us, Mr. Cleon, his father was the person who started the jamboree many years ago. That's even before my time in Boston.
Wow.
So we had that conversation, and he, feels very, very strongly about bringing back the jamboree, of old. Partly because it's missing.
Yeah.
He was able to see and feel the energy of the kids at the band launch, and he was, sort of moved by, our ability to bring folks together and to have, that event. Again, that's just a snapshot.
Yeah.
But in that moment, he expressed very clearly that he wanted to bring back the jamboree, sort of as an ode to his father, to pay tribute to the legacy and something that he created that was instrumental in his childhood, his youth.
Absolutely.
He wants to bring that back. So whether that happens or not, of course, we're going to support him because I think it's a good idea. The more, the merrier.
Right.
We want more of these events because we really want to, imprint positive experiences on the minds, of our young people, our children. So the more, the merrier. So if that happens, we are clearly behind him. We want to support him in doing that.
Right.
But it's I think, when you have a movement of this sort where you have shared interests, shared energy, people are very committed to it, and people are sitting on the sidelines, with ideas, with energy, with resources, but don't necessarily have an avenue or an opportunity to apply them.
Yeah.
So as we continue to push forward our agenda, more and more people are coming to us and saying, hey, we really want to do this, or have you thought about that, or how can we do this? So, we invite everyone to, follow up with us. And again, there are other folks who are doing, different different things in the community. So, the whole point is, we believe in sort of a unified Caribbean experience. We know we come from different countries, different histories, but we want to make sure that we're providing opportunities, that we're, providing opportunities to really showcase, the true essence of Caribbean culture. We have been significant contributors to Boston, both economically and adding to, our social fabric, so to speak. We've done a lot to diversify, Boston and the Boston experience. So we want to make sure that, the greater community, acknowledges that and supports us when we put out these events, that support our culture.
I was going to say that this is also dope because it's not only carnival culture. We're seeing a decline in Caribbean culture, period. We're seeing the Latino culture take over. We're seeing an explosion in that, but we're not seeing that when it comes to the Caribbean culture. So this is also contributing to that.
Right. And what Carnival has so much changed here in Boston because it hasn't been, the traditional aspects of Carnival. Now Carnival is like, let's jump out in the road, be naked, and jump in the gas station. You know what I mean? So we wanna bring back the traditional elements of what Carnival is, and make Carnival great again. Save the Carnival.
There's nothing wrong with a gas station jam.
We do it in a safe manner.
Let me go on the record.
Climb off of the T-bus and the police officers, please.
I have lived many lives. One of those lives was one of those people.
At the gas station.
Nothing wrong with a gas station jam. But I think once you have a structured, well organized, well thought out, well planned event, I think people recognize that and they. So if you leave people up to their own vices, they'll do what they think is right. I work with kids. That's how I can watch. I always believe that if you leave kids to their own vices, they're always going to choose the thing that they see as the most fun.
Absolutely.
And you cannot be upset with them when they do. It's because you do not provide the structure or the routines for them to. Understand what's expected and what should be next.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't let Juvie and Jew up in Juvie. Be smart.
We got a little clip from the Kiddies Carnival. There's still room for registration if anybody is interested, or you should be. Everybody who will sign or register their children up for Kiddies Carnival. But here's a couple of little clips from our band launching that we had. And there are
excited.
There's 6 bands.
We have seven bands and one special entrant.
Yes.
So 7 plus 1.
7 plus 1.
That little one down in the corner is Tristan's goddaughter.
So
was having the best time. It was awesome, and I cannot wait because it's going to be on an even grander scale and be even
Kiddies
more
is looking good. Next Saturday, August 19th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Franklin Park Playstead. A nice little road experience. We're gonna do a little foray into the zoo. Come back. Kids will jump on the stage, showcase costumes, have a good time. After that, we're gonna have a little jamboree set up. Yes. Nice fun games, activities, food, snacks, different things, bounce houses, different things.
Yes.
To do to really have a great end to the summer. Yeah. So when they go back to school and they talk about, what you did for the summer, we want.
Right. What's it called? A core memory.
Yeah,
core memory.
So we want Kiddies Carnival to be a core memory when kids return to school.
That's how the kids are going to
school.
And
then, of course, after Kiddies Carnival, we're going to put them kids to bed and all the adults will head down.
When their teachers ask them what they did for the summer, they gotta say, "We saved Boston Carnival."
See, exactly. We're gonna have that all over the place.
Zero lies in that.
Yes,
there's zero lies in that.
I mean, and I do want them to think about that like that. As these kids are joining this carnival season, this Kiddies Carnival, I want the parents to understand and the kids to understand that they are going to be a part of history. Yeah. They're going to be a part of something that was started to help them so that when they do grow up, and shout out to the whole team of B-Soca. We have people like, I mention this all the time, Ty, who literally has been in Carnival since she has been able to hold her head up. So this is something that is very special and very very important to people who have grown up into the culture. Nikki, one of our mask makers, she is coming out with a very special band for kiddies. We have Darren Fenty, who we mentioned before, who is literally involved in every aspect of Caribbean culture and doing, a special spot at Pan on the Plaza. Warren himself, just growing up with already a business and came into this not knowing anything, but, using his expertise and what he does to get this popping. And then Tanisha, who is not only a band leader for Juve, she is now a kiddies band leader, a member of B-Soca, and people who have literally given time, energy, emotion, tiredness to making sure that our culture can continue to thrive and be great and just do good things. So
I do want to take a quick moment. I know we've been really focused on kiddies. I just want to very quickly mention the other individuals that will be performing at Pan on the Plaza. So we do have a number of solo performances. So Danielle already mentioned Darren Fenty. Sister D will also be performing.
Hello.
At many of you know Sister D, who's been doing work in the community for many years to teach Pan to our young people. So Sister D will be performing, doing a solo piece. I believe Roots Alley will be present. Elin Trutman, the renowned saxophonist, will be blessing us with a performance.
Oh, so we getting all kind of instruments.
Getting all kind of things. and I want to also mention that every event that we do, public event, that is entertainment related, we always try to incorporate our young people, our young DJs, our young folks in the production of those events. So for both Kiddies and Pan on the Plaza, we have contracted with a number of young DJs who will be providing our entertainment.
Which is very intentional.
That's intentional. That's one commitment we made from the very beginning. We met with young DJs several months ago, in maybe November of last year. Not young DJs, young people. We had sort of a focus group with young people, and one of the things that they mentioned resoundingly and very clearly was that they want to be more involved in helping to problem solve and to add to the essence of our experience and our culture, but feel that they're being sort of shut out due to lack of opportunity or just a lack of commitment from the elders, the veterans, to sort of bring them on board, to mentor, to provide guidance. So we made it very clear that any event that we're doing, we're always going to involve young people in it. So anyone who was present at our meet and greet, you would have noticed DJ Prince Roy, one of Boston's very talented young DJs was present. Same thing for
JoJo. Why can't I remember her name? JoJo Vibes. JoJo Vibes. She came on Spark FM and she sat with Winnie and they did an interview and she tore up this radio station, so she will be present. And then Hot Skull, one of our very own here on Vibes Up 360 morning show, will be out there.
Talented young DJ.
Talented young fella.
Yes.
Talented.
So we have a number of young people. We have a list of about 5 or 6, young DJs who will be between the two events present to add their, to put their stamp, on the event. So I want to, make it clear that what we're doing, we're trying to be very thoughtful, trying to be very intentional about how we approach things, but we're always open to suggestions. We don't profess to know it all. We don't profess to have all the ansers.
It's a group
Again,
effort.
We're not doing this full time. We spent a lot of time, but it's not full time. It feels full time. We spend a lot of time, trying to strategize and come up with solutions. So we certainly welcome, ideas and feedback, from the community. That's why we spend so much time engaging the community meetings and whatnot, so we can get those answers and get those suggestions. So if you would like to volunteer, if you would like to join us, we're still accepting volunteers for both events. Links are available on the B-Soca IG and Facebook pages. Please come out, bring the kids, bring yourself, and everyone deserves it. We deserve to have good experiences. We deserve to, have good feel-good moments.
Yes.
Speaking of feel-good, just to even bring it even home, Pan on the Plaza will be hosted by our very own Jammin' Joe Johnson.
veteran.
who is a veteran, who is a legend in this business. So if you know anything about radio and Caribbean people and music and community, Uncle Joe is one of those people. So he will be hosting Pan on the Plaza, and then we have our very own evolution specialist.
The
Specialist will be hosting Kitties alongside Jadine, the Soca Diva. So we're bringing it all home. We've tapped in to everybody that is moving in this community, whether they're young, old, legendary, like whatever it is. We have tapped into the community to make sure that this is a community-centered, cultural, historical, traditional, very fun and full of lots of vibe situation.
Absolutely.
So with that said, we are going to slide on over to the side because we got to finish up the rest of the show. But Warren, thank you so much for stopping by.
Anytime.
And the work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
It is important and it is hard and it is emotional, but I've seen the work that Be Soca does, and I'm really just excited to even be a part of it and to have you guys here.
Final words, it's not our work, it's all of our work.
It's we Zoom.
And I want to just again extend a sincere thank you to all the individuals, organizations across many walks of life who have contributed so far. You have been really thoughtful and really helpful in helping us to bring back to life, elements that, should be flourishing at this point. But we are where we are, and, we're ready and up to the task. So I want to thank everyone who has contributed, for your support. And if you have not yet, reached out to us or not yet contributed, then please reach out. We have lots of ways that you can be supportive of.
Basically, we got lots of ways that y'all could donate to these events. One of them is Cash App, Be Soca, BSOCCAH. Y'all could just go drop something in an offering plate right over there. Put in your little lunch money for today. You'll get it back. Pay it forward. And before you go, we do have to do a special shout out to our secret squad in the back of administrations. These are our elders that have been advising us throughout this whole thing, with documents, with advice, with encouragement, with food, with cooking, with all kinds of stuff. It's not just a group of, young people that's out here trying to take over things. But, there's a lot of people that are working behind the scenes that have wanted to see this happen for a very, very long time, and they are doing what it do. So with that said, people, we do got to go to a commercial break to pay some of these bills. We'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
When you ready with the man, the iron and the man with the Congo drum. It's a vibes in the session when we jam into the steel bun.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
SparkFMOnline.com presents the second annual Culture Festival. Spark the Block, Sunday, September 3rd. Fusing cultures, energy, music, fun, and vibes. Live on stage, all the way from Jamaica. For the first time in 10 years. Mayday! Yep. To go again. Elephant Man, the energy god, with hits like Nalinga, Ding Dong, Nalinga, Pon the River, Gully Creeper, and Log On. The baddest bitch of Miami, Trina, with hits like Pull Over. Trina.
Jump in the places I've been.
Uber Out Loud.
You tell me that I think too much.
And Raga Fresh and Sean John Music with this collaboration, Trailer Load. Hosted by Evolution Specialist, Pam, music by DJ Live, DJ Sticks, My Outlaw, Tyrant, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Boston Seaport, 65 Northern Ave. This is a 21 plus event. For more info, check out sparkfmonline.com/Spark the Block. Sunday, September 3rd.
Yamba Market. Visit the first black-owned dispensary in Cambridge. Yamba Market's mission is to participate authentically in building a socially restorative adult cannabis market in Massachusetts and beyond. Their commitment to the Yamba family is to provide an inclusive and exemplary experience focused on a broad selection of unique strains, quality products, and customer journey. Open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. 580 Mass Avenue, Central Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Registration at yambamarket.com.
Boston, get ready for the ultimate 3-day weekend, August 18th to the 20th. Zaz Entertainment brings to you second annual Zaz Fest, Afro-Caribbean Festival. At the heart of this experience on August 19th, we present to you an all-star cast of performers. From the Spice Island Grenada, Mr. Killer. From my riches, I defest that. The San Juan God, Voice. Nyla Blackman. Straight from Yard, Romaine Virgo. And many more international superstars to be added to our cast, including YouTube sensation Oso City, alongside an all-star cast of Boston's finest DJs. For tickets and all other information, log on to www.zazfest.com. That's ZAZFEST.com. Don't miss out on this legendary experience. Zaz Fest, the Afro-Caribbean Festival.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Yo, chick a man be ballin'. These chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. I don't know. I just got into the carnival spirit for some reason just now. Right now. And I'm going to have a good time at Kitty's Carnival because I have an outfit.
Oh.
I have an outfit. Hard fit.
A hard fit. Oh,
yes.
Yes.
We're gonna enter the children and we're gonna match.
I'm gonna ask y'all, can we skip this national news?
Except for this first, yeah, because that's crazy. Let's go into the entertainment and then we'll end it there because
Leave it fun.
Bro, that one story at the top is whatever. You know, we're talking about the baby.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And we don't have to say that. we'll put that in the end.
About that. The police are investigating the report of a baby that was decapitated at birth, and we have to talk about that. I'm very sorry that we do, but it does because it's Crazy. So it's an absolutely heartbreaking and graphic story that may not be suitable for everyone. You're warned. A young Clayton County mother and father have sued their OBGYN in Southern Regional Hospital after they claim the doctor's negligence led to their baby being decapitated during childbirth. In the wrongful death lawsuit filed Wednesday morning, the couple claims the hospital covered up their baby's death. Now police say they are also investigating. You want?
I have a story. I read the story of what happened.
Yes.
And I am
mortified.
I am perturbed.
I'm mortified.
Their OBGYN and Southern Regional Hospital after they claimed the doctor's negligence led to their baby being decapitated during birth.
In the wrongful death lawsuit filed in Clayton County this morning, the couple claims the hospital covered up their baby's death. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now from Southern Regional Hospital in Riverdale, where this death took place. Angelique?
Well, Russ and Christine, what a sad and just unspeakable tragedy. Now, I learned today that the Clayton County Police Department is investigating this baby's death. And as for the parents, well, they are just too distraught to talk about it.
This is one of the most sad, egregious, and horrific situations that I've ever seen.
BS.
20-year-old Jessica Ross and her boyfriend, Travion Taylor Sr., have an unimaginable story. Their attorney says the young couple was full of joy and anticipation for their first child. They came here to Southern Regional Medical Center for the delivery July 9th. According to the complaint, doctors had diagnosed Ms. Ross with diabetes a year earlier, making her a high-risk pregnancy. But she consistently went to appointments while she was expecting. The couple's attorney says after about 10 hours of labor, Jessica was fully dilated and ready for delivery of Travion Jr. But according to the complaint, they say his shoulders got stuck in the vaginal canal.
What wound up happening after that is just brutal. Dr. St. Julian came in and she, in the process of trying to deliver this baby, pulled on the baby's head and neck so hard and manipulated them so hard that the bones in the baby's skull, face, and neck were broken.
According to the complaint, that is when Dr. Tracy St. Julian called for an emergency C-section.
When the womb was opened, the feet came out, the body came out, and there was no head. The head was stuck in the vagina.
The couple's attorneys allege nurses and medical staff at the hospital lied to the couple about what happened, discouraged them from getting an autopsy, tried to encourage them to cremate the child, and failed to report the death to the medical examiner.
They also did not report the death to the authorities of Clayton County or the Clayton County medical examiner. This report was made by a funeral home. And after the funeral home waved the flag and alerted the authorities regarding this, it wasn't until then when Dr. St. Julian told the family what actually happened.
Now, I reached out to Dr. St. Julian, but she declined comment today.
The parents wanted to see the baby and hold the baby after they were told that the baby didn't make it. And when they brought the baby to them, they just had the little head was propped up on top of the body.
Somebody in the comments said the hospital need to be named after the baby at this point, because I don't understand how how the parents is not in jail.
Sue everything.
Sue every doctor in there. I don't care if they wasn't even on duty.
That's what everybody that was at the hospital that day. Sue
patrons, clients, patients, whatever. Everybody gotta go.
Everybody who ever touched anything that was in that room. Everybody. That's madness.
So there was nobody there that was willing to let these people know what happened prior to giving them this baby head prop. How do you No, let's go to.
They never told them. They never told them. The funeral home is who reported it, that the baby got to the funeral home decapitated. They never told them that this happened to their child. Listen, I don't know. I don't know what that was. Anyhow, that's the only national news story that we're going to talk about. That's crazy.
That was crazy. I saw that yesterday, and I had to go back and find it because I had scrolled too much, and I said, wait, what the hell did I just read?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I don't know why you sent that to me to read either. You don't have to do these things.
So let's see what else we got. Lil Wayne, Nas, and more inside Billboard's 2023 R&B hip hop power players event honoring Lil Wayne, Nas, Ice Spice, and
Ice Spice
honoring what?
Ice Spice.
She just got here. What?
I love Ice Spice. Let's give her some time.
I mean,
got here.
But in this lineup, you're saying Lil Wayne, Nas,
Ice
Spice.
And
Yeah, that don't go.
And more.
And more.
And more. Like
There's a variety of people.
The other
guys.
ones don't really matter because Ice Spice is in there.
We got our top 3 lineup right here.
Oh.
Honoring is killing me.
Ice Spice is going to be accepting her first ever award. She's taken the world by storm. From the Met Gala to the MetLife Stadium with Taylor Swift began the Billboard hip-hop reporter introducing Ice Spice. Then they rattled off an impressive chart tally for the rising star, noting Spice has scored 4 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 all this year. She's been crowned the People's Princess by her fans, continued Memo, but tonight she receives a new title, Billboard's 2023 R&B Hip-Hop Rookie of the Year.
Why do they have R&B and hip hop in the same?
Okay. She said, "This is my first award ever in life."
That's
but she said it
weird.
like, "This is my first award ever in life."
Why would they put R&B? Why would they put R&B and hip hop
In the same
Right.
category, and she was also in that category with like Coco Jones.
I was gonna
Flo,
say, why
et cetera,
wouldn't the Coco Jones go to that if it's the same? If they're in the
What do you
same?
mean, who's Coco Jones?
From Belvedere.
Let It Shine.
Bel Air. Bel Air.
Roxy.
Hillary.
It's not
from Bel Air.
I don't watch
You're gonna have
that
to
show.
pause.
You
and
don't
take
watch.
an
I thought you
intermission,
did
guys.
watch Bel
I
Air.
watched like one episode of that.
Well,
thing.
she's Hillary. She's Hillary on Bel Air.
And she's an R&B singer, and she sang good, and she looked good. Trisha, she looked
was
good.
done dirty by
I
Disney
sound like
Channel.
y'all
She
at
was
the
done-
beginning of the show. What's she saying?
What she said? Who they at? So yes, that is what's going on.
About your hands on my
You gotta
body.
sing.
That.
Take your time.
Wow. Yes, girl.
The R&B singer right here.
Child, listen, I was versatile.
This is a weird story. So, do you guys know Lil Tay? So I only know Lil Tay because she got into an argument one time with Vicky. Was it Vicky?
Whoa,
Vicky,
Vicky?
yeah, Whoa Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Whoa Vicky is the little white girl who's from the South who talk like, I guess, what stereotypical black folk would talk about. Like, I don't go no there, I'm not going no there.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Lil Tay, Lil Tay got famous from being on YouTube, like
On
making little
YouTube,
videos,
yes.
acting like a grown person when she was a little kid.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there was some controversy some other time about her parents like trying to own her life, and her brother came to her defense.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not into YouTube, there would be absolutely no reason for you to know these people. I happen to know them because at one point of time I was really into YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of these things where her and her brother have died.
Have they died though?
Huh? Yes, her and her brother.
The one that we used to film.
No.
Yeah.
But have they died?
They have. It's been reported from the family and everybody. This is not a Carly what's her name?
She's
Wait,
14.
we have
Well,
to give
because-
more details. The
'cause
parents
look at-
was in control of Little Tay.
Say that.
I'm sorry, her mother was in control of her and making her take these videos because the mom was a real estate agent and had the girl working in these homes saying like, "This is my home. Like, what do you? Like, I'm better than you." That type of things, so that people would be like, "Oh, let me see the home. Like, what is she talking about?"
Oh.
But her mom was making her do all these things, and her brother was like, "This is kind of crazy." So they were supposed to be doing this whole custody battle. The brother was doing a custody battle.
I thought it was
And
the
they-
brother
that
was trying to get
recording the
custody of her?
videos, though.
I mean,
I don't know, because our producer says that another account posted that they're alive. The poster says it's Tay's brother that said that they're alive.
yes. So Little Tay's account is ran by her parents.
Okay.
So that's the account that said like, "Oh, they're dead."
They're dead.
But it was like 2 sentences on the Instagram post that was like,
Yeah.
"Unfortunately, she's passed." Like that was it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, very awkward.
Very awkward, very
So
random.
we use the word allegedly until
Yeah.
we get more facts.
Yes. Allegedly they're dead.
So she's not dead.
She is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly her and her brother, but there has nothing else reported. It's like the first story we read when it's just like, oh,
this
nothing.
morning it says ex-manager won't confirm teen influencer die after reports of Lil Tay's death. father, ex-manager, won't confirm teen influencer died.
Why wouldn't you confirm that?
Because
she's not dead.
She's not dead.
But why wouldn't you just say she's not dead?
Because maybe he don't have all
The death of Lil TJ, a young social media star who went viral for foul-mouthed videos, as well as the death of her older brother, was reported on Wednesday on social media by an unnamed family member. She was 14, according to multiple reports. No details were immediately available. The statement said that the deaths were under investigation. Subsequently, the father of the rising rapper, Christopher Hope, and the star's former manager, Harry Sang, said they could not confirm the teen's death.
Yeah, that's I'm reading another article that says the same thing, that their former manager, Henry Sang, also couldn't confirm whether she and her brother had died. So
this is weird.
That is weirdness.
All right, Jay.
That is weirdness. I don't know what happens there.
Well, I hope she's okay.
Yes. Kai Cenat had a few things to say about his fans after what happened last week. So what exactly? He threw a challenge or a contest or something that people could win money?
This young man has a big following on Twitch and social media, and he was giving out PlayStations and other gaming things inside of Union Square. And told everybody to come meet him in Union Square.
And everybody came.
7,000 people.
Tore up the spot.
Look at the people that came. Wow.
7,000 people.
Let me see.
came.
Turn your computer. Let me see. 7,000 people came to get some because
And
Kai is also
not just people, children.
Kai is Guinness Book of World Records for having the most following on Twitch. So he's a big deal. And the fact that to get a damn PlayStation, 7,000 people came outside in New York and started hustling and bustling about the place.
I don't think it was
crazy.
about the actual PlayStation.
It was just
seeing
him.
like, I want to see him. Like, I want to be a part of whatever video he's making. Like, you know, these YouTubers. Like,
yeah.
I know you're making a video when you tell me to come here. I want to be in that video. Yeah. If I was this child who, you know, is a little boy watching
but
this man on
it shows you the power of TikTok and Twitch and all these social media things.
And he said, "Come down," and they came, boy oh boy, and they was stomping on these people's cars and dancing in the
causing
streets,
mayhem and traffic and accidents.
So essentially, what was supposed to turn into a giveaway ended up turning into a riot.
It's a melee.
A melee, yeah.
A melee. I want to go on that boat ride when it comes around again. But the rest of the entertainment is.
Well, Trippie Redd, this, and I'm only saying this story because I just heard. Trippie Redd admits to cheating on his girlfriend. Who cares? They do that all the time. But Trippie Redd is going to be at the Xfinity Center next week.
Oh,
so that's why I just want to say.
Y'all see this?
Oh, wow.
Let me see the melee.
Social media influencer with 20 million followers being questioned by police right now.
Eyewitness News reporters Stefan Kim and Josh Heidegger in the middle of the mayhem this afternoon as it all played out, and they're live again tonight. We begin with Josh on the Upper East Side. Josh.
What an afternoon, Mike. We're here at the Upper East Side at the 19th NYPD precinct where this influencer is currently being questioned. Many people watching this newscast have probably never heard the name Kai Cenat.
So when you do things like this, you're supposed to.
You probably don't even know this
You're supposed to
person.
apply for a permit. Yeah.
A couple of hours ago, of his sister and private security entering the 19th precinct here. They are hoping to pick him up and take him away. But either way, he is being charged, according to police, with 2 counts of inciting a riot.
They're disintegrated into pandemonium.
Wow.
A spontaneous mosh pit of violence and fighting.
A
with
mosh
top
pit of
police
violence.
brass under attack by thousands of people.
Wow. Look at them coming for them.
Mob innocent
Oh my God.
workers just trying to pass by.
And the only thing I could think about was trying to keep my daughter safe.
Jaylene took cover with her 1-year-old in an ATM lobby as she watched a police officer get sucked into the crowd.
He ended up getting beaten and jumped by, I want to say, over like 10 people.
Wow.
Every available officer was commanded to rush to the scene to restore order as members of the crowd raided a construction site in the middle of the square and vaulted a million projectiles at each other and police.
Stop fighting. Relax.
Cops racked up so many arrests they filled 3 city buses with prisoners.
Wow.
Freeze all that.
and frantically worked to clear a
With
route to
prisoners.
back those buses out of the mayhem.
I had thousands of kids out there. I needed thousands of parents out there.
All those kids had
Wow,
been summoned to
look at
Union
that.
Square Park by a social media influencer named Kai Cenat, who has 20 million followers online.
Wow.
He told them he'd hand out gaming consoles. Police saw his initial post and sent officers to monitor a group that at first numbered just 300. But then the post went viral. 300 became at least.
do you see this?
Yo.
This is a group of young people, and we had to be very, very delicate in how we handled this. All right? We wanted the kids to just comply with us and leave, but we were met with a lot of resistance. We were attacked. My older brother just called and told me he saw a video of me getting hit in the head. I'm not against young people coming here. If we knew about this, we could have had the barriers out here, we could have police officers out here, we could have did this orderly, they could have gave whatever gifts they had for the young people away.
Eventually, police managed to convince the influencer to leave the crowd. He sped away through city streets with loyal followers clinging to the outside.
What is
of
he,
his
Michael
escalator,
Jackson?
The hell
falling
am I
off
looking
one
at?
by one.
What?
So much
Jumping to
drama,
their death off of
or
his vehicle.
It seems absolutely nothing.
It's one thing to just come and try and support him, but to come and
Light skin rage, boy. Light skin rage.
Wow.
Get that camera out my face.
I am an old person because that absolutely not. Where is everybody's parents? Everybody need a beating. I don't even know what's going on. These people are hanging on to the back of the truck like this man is like
And
he's
jumping
Obama.
off. Look how they jumping off.
He fell off. That last one fell off.
Yo,
This
man.
crazy.
Face is all up in that concrete.
Wow, I blame social media. That is, get that camera off my face. Boy, if
Both
you
of
don't
them,
sit
they all-
your,
everybody
that's
cried.
his mama
Wait,
back
you
there,
got-
little Dominga, wanna, daddy, hello, move the camera from my face. Move the camera from my baby face. Your baby should have been in school.
She should be spanking him. That's what should be happening on camera. Pull his little pants right down and tan his hide is what she needs to do.
Tan his hide.
He needs to go home and write sentences. I told Noah today, you writing sentences when you get home. You're going to write 20 times.
I will
sentences.
respect my home.
Listen.
Write it nice.
Right, because I'm going to erase it and make you start over.
Erase it,
What we
not
gonna
even
do with these
erase it,
children?
erase it. Because I don't want CK ever to think that he could go outside to go see Kai Senate to get an Xbox. I'll get you a goddamn
This is
Xbox.
why we have to have events like Kitty's Carnival.
Yes. So they
All
can
these
learn.
children put on costumes and go and parade yourself and dance in the street instead of looking for game console. Go learn about the
Nintendo,
culture.
playing Zelda.
Playing duck hunting, Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. No.
Whatever it is that y'all be playing on your game console.
Nintendo is with the duck hunting on it.
They ain't got no disc.
No, who is it? Oh, Zaz with his floppy
y'all
disk.
listen to these days.
Whatever the children listen. Floppy disk and things. With that said, people, Kitty's Carnival, Saturday, August 19th, Pan on the Plaza, August 23rd. Leah, today's Leah's last day, and we do want to just shout you out for all that you have done. Taking our pictures, helping us to keep organized, being here and being a great commentator. We hope to see you in the future. Don't leave us. You just going to school and get your life right and things like that. But thank you for being here and thank you for volunteering your time to come and spend with us. And we will stalk you.
We will stalk you.
We will find you.
Every time we make a trip down there to Raising Cane's.
We'll be like, Leah, where you at though?
Come
We outside. I'm in class. All right, come out.
Exactly. What you
I'm an
you have to
adult.
stay there?
I can sign you out.
You happy?
You need a note? What is it you need? I got you.
Yes.
So thank you so much. And Spark is very, very, very happy to have witnessed your gift.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. With that said, people, we are gonna slide on over to the side. Chinano ain't going no damn way
He
right
better
now. So we'll tell him later all of our things. Give him his flowers. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Tonight, we are down at City Hall Plaza from 3 to 8. Come on down, listen to some music. Come get some food. I don't know what else they got down there. All I know is that Rockstone Triz and DJ Real P is gonna tear it up. We have a good old time.
Yeah.
Y'all come on down.
Come down, sing loud, like
Sing
with
loud.
me.
Can we talk? Play it. Start with that one, Tristan. Start with that one. Let me get in the mood.
Drop that.
And big happy birthday to my mama again. We gonna go celebrate today.
Yeah.
With that said, people, see you guys later tomorrow. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
SparkFMOnline.com presents the second annual Culture Festival. Spark the Block, Sunday, September 3rd. Fusing cultures, energy, music, fun, and vibes. Live on stage, all the way from Jamaica. For the first time in 10 years. Mayday! Yep. To go again. Elephant Man, the energy god, with hits like Nalinga, Nalinga, Ding Dang, Nalinga, Nalinga, Pon the River, Pon the River, Pon the River, Gully Creeper, and Log On. The baddest bitch of Miami, Trina, with hits like Pull Over. Trina.
Dump in the places I've been.
Uber Out Loud.
You tell me that I think too much.
And Ragga Fresh and Sean John Music with this collaboration, Trailer Load. Hosted by Evolution Specialist, Pam, music by DJ Live, DJ Sticks, My Outlaw, Tyrant, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Boston Seaport, 65 Northern Ave. This is a 21+ event. For more info, check out SparkFMOnline.com/Spark the Block. Sunday, September 3rd.
Boston, get ready for the ultimate 3-day weekend, August 18th to the 20th.